And welcome to another edition of Carton's Cubicle Concert Series. I'm Carton, of course, and I'm thrilled to have the Alternate Roots with me, a band I've been a big fan of for a couple of years now. Guys, welcome.
Thanks for having us on your show.
And apparently you've had a baby who came out as an adult woman.
Yeah.
Who's this? When did that happen? I've never seen this person before.
Yeah.
This is a Taryn. And you'll be singing with the guys.
I will, yeah.
Well, welcome to the Cubicle.
Thank you.
So, I mean, it's been crazy. I met you guys, 3 years ago now? 4 years ago?
Yeah.
When you were just a couple of guys that I'd never heard of at the time. And now you're in the Cubicle.
Yes.
Things have gone well for you. I'm thrilled.
Well, it all started with the Boomer and Carton show. It's been a great 2 years, actually, since we saw you last.
You guys are both from Connecticut.
Yeah.
How did you guys meet? And how did the Alternate Roots take hold?
Tim and I met. We both went to Fairfield University. So Tim was a couple years behind me at Fairfield U. And I remember I was at a party one night, and this girl came up to me and she's like, "Oh, you're that guitar player kid. You would sound really good with my friend."
Huh.
And I gave him your phone number. And then she walked away. And I said, "Oh, that was a nice thing to do. And how did she have my phone number to give away? I didn't know what was going on."
I think the Jägermeister probably explains that.
It was so yeah, and then 2 days later Tim called and the rest is history, as they say.
Now, is it awkward when you first meet because some random girl set you guys up?
I guess it
you know
was
nothing
kind of
about each other, but that first time you get together, I always wonder, how does that go? Do you start playing music for each other? What do you do?
Well, I had shows that I was kind of trying to put on. So I hired Eric for a few gigs, and then later that summer we spent a lot of time in this one bar called Patty Mac's in Bridgeport. And it just seemed like a good combo.
So at what point do you actually get married? Like, is there an actual formal invitation to, hey, let's start a band together? Because, like I said, you hired him at first, but then you got to become partners. So how does that dynamic work?
Yeah, my now wife used to refer to Tim as my husband for the first couple of years I knew her.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it was that same summer that I remember we were hanging out at Patty Mac's, and we were kind of like skirting around the issue of, well, it's going to take this and this and this to get things to the next level, and that means we're going to actually have to like be in a band and pick a name and all this stuff. And it's like, do you want to do that? It's like, yeah, I do that. Do you want to do that? Yeah, I do that. And I think that was kind of the unofficial beginning of things.
Why'd you pick Alternate Roots?
I just saw a sign. It was a homemade sign outside of a fire department, and I guess one of the hydrants had leaked, or there was like a flood somewhere, and it just said seek an alternate route. And I just thought it was interesting that it didn't say where to go. There was no arrows.
It was on you
Just
to find it.
You can't go.
But it's so deep. Like every
Yeah.
musician's so deep, and I'm so shallow.
Well,
It's
and
hard for me to relate at all to that.
it's a familiar phrase, on highways and things like that, but I did find it a useful metaphor for
Sure.
the music business. There's a lot of things you encounter that you're like, okay, well, this might not work. We got to try something else.
Do you remember the first song you guys ever played together, whether it was a cover or one of your own or no?
Oh, we wrote a song together called Hollywood, and I met Eric he was like a jazz player when I met him, and we wrote a song, on this nasty porch of this gray house in Bridgeport one night, and it was like, oh, this is a great song. We should keep doing this.
Can you give me a quick taste of it?
Yeah.
Just so I get
sure.
a sense. This is the first song you guys ever did together.
You want to come where the vocal comes in?
Just quick.
Sure.
Hollywood. Just so I get a sense. Of what
Somebody told me Hollywood was slowly burning, so I went with my own eyes to see, and I landed in places where the makeup on your face is telling stories in color TV. But it's hard to believe you can find what you're looking for
That's great.
anymore. That's it, yeah.
You play that still in shows or no?
Not in a long time.
See?
So,
What are you thinking?
Yeah.
That was good. That's better than the new stuff.
Well, it's like funny because like years later, I'm like, hey, Eric, what do you think about this new song I wrote? And it took me 8 years to figure out what he was doing, but it's like all those chords with new words.
You guys are very kind of community-minded. You're aware of what's going on in the world. And you write songs, I think, based on that. Somewhere in America, which is very emotional, which you guys released after the horrendous shooting in Orlando, but you wrote it prior to that. But I wonder, is that comfortable for you to do? Is it a release for you to write songs like that?
It's both. It's a little bit of everything. Somewhere in America is a very personal song, so I think on that level, it was terrifying. It was liberating. I think a day hasn't gone by since we released that song that I haven't said I can't believe I did that. What was I thinking? And I think every time we pull up to a club, I'm like, no way. There's no way we're gonna play that song tonight. And then always, you just kind of take a deep breath and you do it. And when it's over, and you hear people's reaction and people come up to you afterwards, it's worth it. So it's terrifying, but it's easily the most gratifying thing I've been a part of as an artist. So
I know we didn't plan it, but with that kind of lead, do you want to play it?
Sure.
Yeah.
Somewhere in America, the alternate roots. This is Taryn. Are you singing along on this?
I'm going to do a little oohs and ahs.
I'll tell you, it's a very passionate, emotional, personal song, which I didn't ask the guys to play prior to coming here, but with that setup, I'd love to hear it.
You got it.
Thank you.
The last thing that my father saw when he was still alive was a gun in the hands of a sick young man with bright blue eyes. A man who looked just like me, as far as anyone else could see. A stranger, not an enemy, and my mother watched it all. That was the last thing that she saw. And somewhere in America, a phone is about to ring, and nothing can prepare you for the news it's gonna bring. And nothing ever changes, just the names and the faces. And somewhere in America, a phone is about to ring. An unlucky break, wrong time, wrong place. I've heard them all so many times. If your dad had had a gun of his own, maybe they'd still be alive. But I still can't believe the resistance, the denial, and the insistence. When something's broken that clearly needs fixing, you can fight to change, or you can fight to stay the same. And somewhere in America, the news is about to break, and nothing can prepare you for the toll it's gonna take. And nothing ever changes, just the dates and the locations. And somewhere in America, the news is about to break. And how long? It's too long before the words you can't say just speak for you. The years have been kind, Mom. I got a son now of my own. When I think of what I'll tell him happened to you, I still don't know that the world's a much safer place. That kind of danger you won't ever have to face. And I pray he lives to see that day. My phone is about to ring. Somewhere in America.
That's awesome. It's a beautiful song.
Thanks.
I don't know how often you talk about it, but it's a personal story about your folks.
Yes.
I mean, you got it every time you play. That's got a.
Yeah, it is kind of as I alluded to before. It's liberating. It's tricky. It's difficult. But I'm really grateful that these guys play it with me, and it's tough, but it's definitely worth it.
They'd be so proud of you.
I would hope so.
Like the first time you guys performed that had to be, I mean, amazing.
Yeah.
And sad at the same time. Well, we'll get to some uplifting stuff. So what song do we want to play? Let's get it going here a little bit.
Okay.
Let's do Nobody Else.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nobody else?
Yeah, we'll play Nobody
What's
Else.
the genesis of this song? Is this to a girlfriend? You're like, you're the only one I love. There's nobody else but you in my life?
No.
Oh. Was this to your dog?
We probably
Your-
should have done that.
Had a Labrador or something?
It's a song about, well, I guess it's a song about being yourself. That sounds a little Hallmark-ish.
So let me repaint that story.
Yeah.
You're home alone.
Mm-hmm.
And your friends have kind of dropped you, your girlfriend left you, and now you're looking in the mirror and you're saying this to yourself. There's nobody else in this world but you.
True.
It's up to you to figure it out,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
All right, good. Let's go with that.
Okay.
that.
Nobody else, the alternate roots, and Taryn.
I've been wondering what to do, but tonight I'm fading fast like the ink on this tattoo. How about you? Monday mornings, unforgiving, are the same alive, but it's a living. Keep your story straight and narrow your eyes, don't apologize. We got all the time we ever hope to find. Keep in mind we ain't nobody else. I don't know how I got stuck. I should be trying to change my ways instead of waiting on a change of luck. I got all mixed up. Oh no, keep your story straight and narrow your eyes, don't apologize. We got all the time we ever hope to find. Keep in mind
everybody else, alternate roots. That was great.
Thanks.
Now, we have one last thing for you to do. So we have a product. The name of the product is Junk Bomb.
Hot.
It is
Hot.
an aerosol now. It used to be a rub.
Oh.
It's that we've upgraded.
I didn't know about
That's
this.
right. We upgraded. We were in the stores for a few months.
Okay.
Had a very unsuccessful trial.
Till now.
Till now. Because the thing that's been missing, Taryn,
It's
is
the female touch, right?
No, that's never been missing. That's why we need Junk Bomb.
Yeah.
Is an appropriate theme song. So about a year and a half ago, I wrote one, and I had the guys perform it. So this is the original Junk Bomb.
Yeah.
We've now graduated to an aerosol spray, which got good stuff in it. Smells fantastic.
I wouldn't say it's not in stores. I would just say it's an internet exclusive right now.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Junk Bomb is an internet exclusive.
This is
So
a great product.
The guys took my words, added their own words, and made it into a song. So hopefully you'll sing along with us.
Okay.
All right, Junk Bomb is the product. It's an internet exclusive, and we now have an official theme song. Alternate Roots, Taryn, let's give it a shot.
Let's do it.
We'll follow your lead.
Thank you.
All right, you're welcome.
Junk Bomb is cool. Junk Bomb is neat. It'll make your junk smell better than your feet. And just once a day is all you need. With the money you'll save, you can buy a little weed. Oh, junk bomb, junk bomb, junk bomb is all you need.
Doesn't smell bad. Because it smells great.
Great.
Put the junk bomb on for a real good date.
That's a feel-good date. If she goes down low, you don't have to worry. It'll smell so good, you really won't worry. That's Junk Bomb.
Baby.
So you get some junk bomb and you use it day and night.
Day and night.
Oh, junk bomb,
Junk Bomb.
so right.
Junk Bomb.
Alright.
Junk bomb,
Junk Bomb.
junk bomb,
Junk Bomb.
junk bomb,
Junk Bomb.
is oh so right.
It's alright.
One more time. Junk bomb,
Junk Bomb.
junk bomb, junk bomb is oh so right.
That's Junk Bomb, it's right. Junk Bomb is good. It's not food. Junk Bomb is a spray.
Junk bomb,
It doesn't mean you're gay.
junk bomb,
You just want to smell right.
junk bomb,
You don't want to smell wrong.
junk bomb,
Because this song wouldn't make any
junk
sense
bomb,
if you were my pants. You would be in the White
junk
House.
bomb,
You would smell so good.
junk bomb, junk bomb,
You would give some to Trump
junk bomb,
after doing a bump.
junk bomb,
He would have the sniffles.
junk bomb,
Mr. Sharman's got piffles.
junk bomb,
The song doesn't make
junk bomb,
any sense to me.
junk bomb,
So let me end it right
junk
now
bomb,
by hoping you'll buy
junk bomb.
Junk Bomb, please. Alternate Roots. See him April 28th at the Theater at the Garden.
Come on.
Booyakasha.